It's match week 24 of MLS NEXT Pro. Points are at a premium every match day from here on out, with the regular season winding down. Playoff spots are up for grabs. New York Red Bulls, too, are back home and looking for a meaningful 3 points against Crown Legacy FC, the champs of the East last season. Welcome to MSU Soccer Park in Montclair. I'm AJ Ricketts. Playmakers and goal scorers all over the pitch today. New additions make their debut as well. One of the more intriguing games across the league on this Sunday evening in NEXT Pro. New York coming off a frustrating 3-2 defeat. Crown Legacy fell in a shootout last time out. In fact, their last 3 matches have ended in a shootout. Tonight, they're hoping for the full 3 points. A look at the Eastern Conference table shows Cincinnati on top, Philadelphia close behind. Look how tight it is from there. 4th through 10th are separated by just 3 points. The 8th spot in the playoff line. Each squad is striving to be above. An outright win today could go a long way for either side in pursuit of extending their season. See Crown Legacy in 7th, New York in 10th. The starting 11 for Red Bulls 2, led by headman Ibrahim Sakaya, who's been with the club since 2015. It's a 4-4-2 look for the home side. Forward Julian Hall had one of the 2 goals last week for Red Bulls. The 16-year-old was the NEXT Pro player of match week 17 after he had a brace against Atlanta United. 5 goals now on the season for Julian Hall, who will be up front on the right side. For Crown Legacy, the Charlotte side is guided by Kevin Salchuk, who has filled in since José Tavares made the decision to return to FC Porto in Portugal as their academy general manager. It's a 4-3-3 look, and it's the club debut for Aydin Taklamati, an Israeli international who the organization has had their eye on for nearly 2 years. The club very high in his ability to play both up front, where he is today as a striker, or excel on the wings. Charlotte has shown they're willing to give young players with promise opportunities. Taklamati, the 20-year-old, the latest to get one of those here. Nimfasha Berchimas and Tiger Smalls will play up front alongside him. Stern Briam is our head official tonight. 85 degrees here just outside of New York. Only 6 games remain in the regular season for New York. And after tonight, 7 remain for Crown Legacy. These are 2 clubs who qualified for the postseason last year, advanced in the postseason last year, and have every intention of getting back and making a run through the Eastern Conference side and hopefully an MLS Next Pro championship. They are certainly both in the conversation for playoff spots. Time is running out to get above and stay above that playoff line, and it is all bunched up, as you saw on the conference table just a moment ago. Not much space between 4th and 10th. We're underway here from MSU Soccer Park. Glad to have you with us as part of MLS Season Pass. AJ Ricketts here alongside you. New York and Crown Legacy. Meaningful Eastern Conference matchup here today is immediately Crown Legacy trying to put some pressure on Omar Valencia, the starting left back here today. Cam Duke getting a touch to it. Ibrahim Kasule has been a goal scorer, trying to get it out of the area. Sango Kiza able to get a touch to it. And now Crown Legacy looking to play it into the 18. Intervened by Aiden O'Connor, high in the air, and a foul going against the visitors. 16-year-old Aiden Stokes in goal for New York. 14th start of the year in his 14th game played, has conceded 31 goals, searching for his first clean sheets of the year. On the other side, it's the goalie wars champ, Shitaro Odunze. 15 appearances, 20 goals conceded, and a clean sheet to his name as well. Odunze, one of the top keepers in MLS Next Pro, getting his first touch to it here. This is a very intriguing front 3 for the visiting side today. Berchimas, Takamati, and Tiger Smalls. It was Smalls who had the goal last week for Crown Legacy as Stokes comes out of goal, sends this into the stands. Scored in the 54th minute, did Smalls against Chattanooga on the road. First round pick, 14th overall. Does have 15 MLS appearances to his name this year. 6 MLS Next Pro appearances before today. So Smalls is also an interesting prospect in this Charlotte system. Careful now, that was misplayed along the back. Maybe a one-on-one opportunity here. It's Julian Hall. Hall delivers, it's denied. Second ball towards goal. Defense has that covered. And Odunze is down outside the 6. It's a fabulous save in net from Odunze. Julian Hall was looking for yet another goal. He scored in 2 of the last 3 games. That was misplayed by Julian Bravo. Quick turn from Hall. Odunze takes a step out at the perfect time. And you saw the collision right after. Official stopping play immediately, seeing that the collision happened in the head area of Odunze, who's being attended to now by the athletic training staff. Fireworks to start this match. Red Bulls were that close to going up 1-0 here at home, where they do play very well this season. They've earned a result in 5 of their last 6 home matches. That includes 3 wins. New York have scored 12 goals here at home in their last 4 matches. Nearly made it 13, but Odunze has made big saves all season long. Took a shot because of that one.
But it's like he's with Kasule while he's facing Julian. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Odunze looks to be okay. Good to see him back on his feet. Continue to be evaluated for a moment.
Maybe he can dribble the keeper there, and maybe he can slot it near post. But again, with the keeper's size there, I think he just needs to take a slightly closer touch, give the goalie less of a chance.
It was coming defensively. Ball had to get that shot off. That was about as late as could let that one go. Odunze, the 21-year-old, big time save right there to keep things level. The early going for this Crown Legacy side. Odunze, born in Raleigh, moved to England when he was a kid. Back here. This Crown Legacy side making an impact. Really looking to play it out of the area. It does go out near side. Still love that sequence in open play if you're New York, putting the pressure along the back four. Legacy and forcing them into a mistake. C got clipped as he was trying to clear that out. It's a foul on New York. The same Crown Legacy side that went 23-5-4 last year, won the East by a dozen points, didn't lose at home. Of course, turnover, bringing new players in, roster management, it's all part of Next Pro. You're probably rarely going to have the same team year in and year out. I don't think anybody was expecting the same kind of dominance. Crown Legacy, after a difficult start, have proven they are a team worthy of being above the playoff line.
Come back into the game. Shot high, and inside, and in.
Margins are thin at this time of the year.
Tight. Valley, tighter.
2 or 3 games without securing points, that may be the difference in the end, the way things are trending. Here's Cam Duke looking to turn. Is it back? 18 right here, Sengo Kiza. And there's a foul on Red Bulls 2. Free kick from a promising spot here for the roadside.
Julian, to your left. Defend that pass across.
Aaron John has AJ to his teammates, set up the free kick. 18-year-old who leads the team right now with 7 goals. So has 7 assists to his name. He's the Next Pro Rising Star of the month for June. He will take the free kick. 6 white jerseys in the box, played low, dealt with well by Frank Sabufo. The corner kick conceded.
Stevie, get away!
John will play it short to Duke. Across the 18, dealt with by Tanner Rossborough.
No! You gotta stand early and look for first!
Rossborough's been a nice contributor for New York this year. 5 goals this year, 3rd on the club. Recently scored a goal in 5 consecutive matches. That streak just came to a conclusion. Wada down the far sideline, a bit too strong to deal with for Kasule. Dunze has to take a couple steps out. Scardina playing it long, and now out of his net is Aiden Stokes. Has to be careful with this here. He's well out of net, retreating back quickly as Cam Duke has it now, trying to quickly play it forward. New York did well defensively. Now looking to counter. Ball is too strong down the far side. Nothing Julian Hall could do there. Right idea in that moment, though. Bulls nearly had Legacy on the counter. Last outright win for New York was on August 4th against Chicago in a thriller. That was a 4-3 victory for Red Bulls. Since then, a shootout win and that 3-2 loss at Huntsville. With the fight back, they were down 3-1. Just not enough offense in the end. And to cross it in is Rossborough, now in the corner. Couple of white jerseys surrounded. Really slipped out of it. Clean challenge, a step outside of the 18. was trying to make a move, was brought to the pitch. Easy whistle there. We only have one shot attempt combined here in about the first 10 minutes, but I like the pace of play here from both sides. It does feel like it's a bit open. Each team willing to push forward, get on the counter. That's a nice move being made in the center of the pitch. Played back to the near side here. Things are on for New York. Goes down in the box. The whistle, that was Copeland Berkeley playing up from his right back spot. Now Sullivan is brought to the turf. There'll be a free kick for New York. Dylan Sullivan making his 9th start in his 16th match of the season. Midfielder signed in March. He draws the foul. New York have some options here. Sule and Valencia both standing on the ball. Valencia, the Panamanian senior international. Sule has been a goal scorer all season long here for New York. It's Valencia to take the free kick. Good ball driven in far post, and it rolls just beyond that left frame. Good delivery on that set piece. There's nobody there to get a touch to it. York asking questions defensively of Crown Legacy on that particular set piece. Been on the front foot here in the first 10+ minutes. Crown Legacy's last outright win was over a month ago now. July 21st against Atlanta United 2. That was a 2-1 victory. Since then, 2 losses and 2 draws. We have a couple of shootout wins that netted them 4 points.
David, corner to come inside. Inside.
1 loss and 3 draws, of course.
Inside.
Part of it. 12 minutes in here, New York, Crown Legacy. Full matchup here, final third of the season. A little bit behind the distribution now, Berkeley. Hesitation by Cam Duke earned him another step or 2 on the dribble, but he's dispossessed. Now quickly up to Julian Hall. Overlapping run on the far side. Hall is going to chip it in just a little bit low. Was looking for Rosborough. It'll be a corner kick though for New York.
More direct on the transition. Tiger, he's on the wrist.
Valencia just delivered that last set piece. It'll be Kasule here to send in the corner kick. Crown Legacy still searching for their first shot of the match. Kasule, driven ball, a bit too far outside of the 6. Wada will play it towards the circle. Bobby Alexander, 17-year-old, previously selected to the MLS Next All-Star game. Rosborough cut off, his pass intercepted. Nice one-touch flick on by Berchimas. The Bulls recover. Composure by Sawada on the ball as well, as a little bit of pressure was applied by Berchimas. Stokes' clearance going the other way. Whistle. Now it's brought back.
Frank, drop ball. Hey, let's get organized. Frank, drop ball.
Legacy gets it back going quickly here. Sengo Kiza playing to the outside. Keep this in, able to do so. Legacy coming off that shootout loss to Chattanooga. Dunze did make 2 saves in the shootout, but it was not enough. It fell 3-2 after 5 rounds. Points to concede for Crown Legacy. Chattanooga scoring that equalizer in the dying stages of the match to force penalties. Now going against New York here. From a Crown Legacy perspective, you're leading so late into dying stages of that match. You get a couple big saves in the shootout with your star keeper unable to take at least 2 points. It's a frustrating weekend at home. Motivation to come back out here on the road in a match of importance. Get it back. New York will make that difficult. They play well here. On the bright side, though, Tiger Smalls netting his first professional goal in that match. It was good to have Berchimas back in the rotation after he returned from international duty with U.S. U20s. Now a chance to get into a rhythm here in the final stages of the regular season, and not just make the postseason, but enter it with some momentum, some rhythm. Finishing in the top 4, perhaps, of the Eastern Conference table. Chance to choose their opponents. They finish even higher.
Nick, put Tiger where you want him, Nick. There. That's the one. Now you have
Snuck under the foot of Rossborough. He's able to track it down, playing it forward. Sullivan trying to get to it. There was contact. Sullivan went down. A yellow will be issued to Odunze, and this should be a penalty. Or will it be issued right outside of the box? Looks like New York is pleading their case. Or look here. They're going to say that was just a step behind the white line there, and a free kick upcoming. Body language here as well. These New York players. This portion of the match brought to you by Sac Meridian Health. Reprieve for Crown Legacy in Odunze. He is given the yellow, but this will not be a penalty. Interesting angle right here. Saw Valencia deliver an excellent free kick. Much further out, though, a couple of minutes ago. Certainly in a spot to go towards goal right here. Odunze trying to read the angle himself. Figure out how to put this wall together when he wants. Valencia again in Kasule. Valencia will take it too high. Hands on his head immediately. Knew he could have done better there. Dudze didn't have to do too much. He was already online with it and watched it sail well too high. Sigh of relief from the roadside. Still some work to be done here. 20 minutes in, they have yet to deliver their first shot towards New York's goal. 3 shots for Red Bulls, 2.23 expected goals.
Keep playing, Jules. Keep playing what's on. Corner, open up quick. Play.
Haven't said Taklamati or Tiger Small's name too much here in the early going. Taklamati was signed just over a week ago at this point. Getting his bearings here in the States. Stokes pass, taken away by Berchimas. Couldn't maintain his dribble. It stays with Crown Legacy. It's a C. Get his club into possession here. Bravo and Jack Neely, the 2 center backs. Has played in well. Tiger Smalls, the goal scorer last week. He's dispossessed by Valencia. Smalls looking to win it back, commits the foul. Valencia playing hard at that left back spot. Start of the season for Valencia, made his debut with the Panamanian national team 2 years ago. Ian Stokes will send it away. Stokes has appeared for the Wales U16s and the US U15s previously. Great young keeper in this Red Bulls 2 system. Little flick on there. Julian Hall's created some space for himself. Delivers it across here. Things are on for New York. And it's parried away. Tanner Rossborough was right in front of goal. Sequence isn't over yet. That's deflected. Valencia, Kasule lost it. Here's Taklamati, one-on-one. Couldn't get by. Well done by Alexander. In fourth here. Fun passage of play to watch. Two center backs for Crown Legacy on the other side. Aiden O'Connor, Michigan Gatorade Player of the Year, and Davi Alexandre. Careful now, Stokes nearly lost his footing. Alexandre. Trying to find Rossborough, making a run on the near side. As intriguing as Crown Legacy's front 3 are today, Bulls 2 have plenty of firepower in Sabufu, Hall, and Kasule. Dudze, he has that handled. Sabufu, remember the wonderful 2023 he had. 8 goals and 4 assists last year. The goal scoring hasn't been as prolific this time around. His lone goal of the year is Philadelphia on June 26th. Make no doubt about it, he is a part of the scouting reporting game plan for each opponent every week. Berkeley plays it back to Alexandre. Here's Serwada. Good ball near side. This is Rossborough. Overlapping run. Rossborough towards goal. Ball's deflected. Oakland Berkeley looking to retain possession for his side. Now Sullivan. The attacking spirit of Red Bulls 2 right now. They are on the front foot. Rossboro's been in the right place at the right time. A couple of sequences here in the first half. Hasn't had that clean-cut chance towards goal yet. Back to Sullivan, delivers it in. Jack Neely tracked back to get in front of Sabufu. Another corner kick coming up here for Red Bulls. This corner now, and it curls inside the post. The set piece at last a success for Red Bulls 2. They've been knocking on the door, and it's 1-0 in the 26th minute. Excellent delivery again from Omar Valencia. A second look at it here. Now it's Aiden O'Connor getting in on it. The first round pick, 12th overall, O'Connor, the center back, gets his goal, and it's 1-0 to New York. His first goal of the 2024 campaign, his first professional goal. Red Bulls 2 deserving of it here in the first half hour. Former University of Virginia defender. They said they loved his overall athleticism, his profile. Talked about the defensive instincts he has to play a high pressing style, his ability to break lines as well. The top player on their board, and they got him. He's done well defensively this year, and now he puts one in the net. Crown Legacy trying to get it back quickly here. Taklamati plays it across, extra pass, shot taken, parried away. No chance on the second ball initially for Crown Legacy, trying to respond immediately here. Still in possession, Smalls lays it off. Now it's Aaron John. Legacy will settle. Rossboro get it forward once more. Let's lead to Odunze. Now the 13th goal scored in the last 4+ matches here at home for New York Red Bulls 2. Ball slipped in centrally. Tiger Smalls. John into the far side. He was looking for Scardina. It's not accurate right there. This portion of the match brought to you by your Tri-State Audi dealers.
Good time. Keep going, guys.
Use the word deserving after that goal. New York out shooting Crown Legacy 4-0. 0.48 expected goals for the home side. The other attacking numbers actually fairly even at the moment. Both with 6 touches in the opponent's box. A 15-14 advantage for Crown Legacy in final third entries, and a possession advantage as well by a couple of percentage points. Actually, with the deflection, it was deflected, but technically one shot taken in the books for Crown Legacy here now. Takamati starting to get a little bit more involved here as the first half has progressed. Going over the top. Too far for Smalls. High pressure applied here from Crown Legacy. May result in a corner, it does. Confusion initially about whether that was a throw-in or a corner. Our vantage point looks like a clear corner as it went across the end touch line. Crown Legacy would now like to do similar damage on the corner kick of their own. This one delivered far post. Headed towards the outside area, now delivered right back in. Stokes has it on the line. More damage done in the end. Stokes didn't have to adjust much to that delivery. Feels for a handball as C dealt with that defensively. Over the top. Rossborough won't be able to chase that down.
Steven, come on. Steven, more. Steven, more. There. Luis. Omar. Otra vez, cuando te acá, esto va a venir de cambio. Yeah, higher with it, higher. Tools higher. Track, go, track. Go, track, go. Switching!
Play there before Red Bulls could send it back in. Was about to say this is a nice little spell of possession here for Crown Legacy. Scardina delivering down the far side. Tiger Smalls giving chase. He wants a corner kick. Will not be one. If you looked at the goal scorers that New York have on this roster heading into the match, whether it's Julian Hall's dynamic presence, Ibrahim Kasule's 6 goals, Rossborough scoring in 5 straight matches. I don't know if Aiden O'Connor would have been the first choice for breaks the ice in this one for New York. What a pleasant surprise for the home side. Showing the assertiveness on the set piece. That's been the difference thus far. Remember, Julian Hall nearly at the opening goal less than 3 minutes in. It was a fabulous save from Odunze at the level. Odunze has since picked up a yellow card after his challenge coming out of the box. Depending on how other results shake out throughout Next Pro over the course of this evening, New York not only be above the playoff line after this one is done, they sit in 10th, could be around 6th or 5th. Take a look at all the matchups and score lines here in just a little bit. This portion of the match brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Typically always have a bit of bunching towards the middle or final third of the season, but how tight it truly is. 3 points between 4th and 10th. This makes for great entertainment down the stretch here in Next Pro. Good diagonal ball here. C was trying to make a run on the near side. Takamati couldn't quite handle the initial ball. Bulls
Yeah, next one. Him.
whistle, replay it.
Don't leave.
Hey, you do that again. Easy yellow. Get out. It's a yellow.
You hear the consternation from our lead official after that sequence. Certainly be considered a final warning not to repeat that kind of incident. Tough challenge there. Dylan Sullivan going into the book. Crown Legacy taking exception to that challenge. Yellow also issued the bench as well. Kevin Salchuk. Legacy wanted a red for that sequence. I don't know if it quite deserved that much, but it was a physical challenge. Sullivan will have to be careful the rest of the way. To the corner here. Scardina needs a throw. Here's Neely. Growing signing, Charlotte side. Scardina. Bravo back to Neely.
Higher jack, higher jack.
Taken away in midfield now. Red Bulls trying to be opportunistic. Back and forth between the midfields. Taklamati advancing. Underlapping run. Taklamati, nifty footwork here. He's in the box, still with it. And at last dispossessed. See the footwork, the skill. And Taklamati, the 20-year-old. 70 appearances in the Israel Premier League. Here's Julian Hall now, the 16-year-old, laying it off. Rossborough across the mouth of goal. No one there to put a touch to it. Here's a shot ripped into the netting. Harmless in the end. It was an excellent cross from Tanner Rossborough. The right idea, just behind a number of his teammates there.
That's the one, Frank. Go! Release,
See too much high pressure from New York here today. They're content to let Crown Legacy work out of the back. Right when they approach midfield, they'll send an extra defender to try to make things difficult quickly. That's just a mistake along the far sideline. Good ball. Rossborough's out up front. Rossborough still on the ball, taken down. He wants a penalty, no whistle given. Play goes on. Berjamas. Great speed, acceleration. Earns a throw. 3 MLS appearances this season for Berjamas. Joined the Charlotte FC Academy back in 2020.
Nick, really inside. Really in, Nick.
Here's another look at it here. Necessary defending there from a seat. Came awfully close. Rossborough, in the opinion of the referee, just losing his balance there in the end. Looks like it was around the shoulder area. Play goes on. Kasule. Valencia now. Valencia still with it. Takes a shove from Cam Duke. Throughout this first half, whether on set pieces like this or the corner kick, these have been some of the moments where New York have looked the most threatening.
Center, more inside, Frank. More, Frank.
See Kasule having a conversation here.
Frank, more.
Sullivan, it's Kasule to take it, trying to hit the near post to Sabufu. Not as accurate that time.
Stretch it.
6-2 advantage in shots taken for Red Bulls 2. Legacy have had their moments throughout the first half, though. Settled in after the 20-minute mark. Much more formidable. Have-nots peppering the goal with shots, though. Tiger Smalls with it now. Oh, he splits a pair of defenders. Tiger Smalls nearly put that one through. Fantastic creativity there to give himself any sort of angle at all. Watch how quickly this is done here. Right by two Red Bulls defenders. And he nearly went through the legs of Aiden Stokes in goal there as well. Just about had him beat. And glanced off of the calf, it looks like. Fortuitous save there. Well, that skips across and Stokes will fall on top of this. And that was very nearly the goal of the week in MLS Next Pro. Split a pair of defenders and then Meg the keeper. That would have been something else. Brief glance off the leg of Stokes, enough to redirect that away from goal. Tiger Smalls, such a great story. It was less than 2 years ago. He was playing in junior college for Tyler Junior College, fall of 2022. And he transfers to Loyola Marymount. Winds up scoring against UCLA in the NCAA tournament. That sent Loyola Marymount to the Sweet 16 NCAA tourney last year. So it goes from JUCO to D1 soccer to now playing in MLS, going up against players like Messi. He does have 15 MLS appearances this year. It's been such a journey in a short amount of time for Tiger Smalls. Played primarily on the wing at LMU. 7 goals in 20 matches. Today his 7th MLS Next Pro appearance of the year. The first round pick, 14th overall. I nearly had a highlight for the highlight reel a moment ago. Archimas. Good ball. Just a little bit short for Smalls. Does guide it to a different part of the pitch. Smalls a bit too physical there. Going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time here to conclude the first half. Julian Hall trying to make things difficult. Fighting for possession here. Valencia does well. A touch to the ball and then drew the foul. Bulls too have to be more than content to put together a half like this. Goal from their center back. Goal scorers were threatening from the very opening minutes here. Kept a solid defensive shape. Real lapses to speak of. Limited set pieces for Crown Legacy. Business-like first half at home. This New York side, guided by Ibrahim Sakaya. The interim tag last year. Full-time manager shortly after that. It's a foul against New York.
Ball has to be stopped.
And you continue to hear the referee instructions throughout the course of this first half. Enjoy that aspect of tonight's match. Obviously, they're the point of consternation. The ball has to be stopped before play can resume. Zawada winning it back. Valencia trying to navigate out of a difficult situation there. There's a foul. Handball before all that. Prospero's done a nice job here in the first half with his distribution. Unable to get an assist out of it, but he's put it in plenty of dangerous areas. Throw in here for Crown Legacy. Much time left to work with here in stoppage time to finish the first half. Scardina, back to Neely. Legacy may just dribble this out. There's a whistle to signify halftime here in Montclair. Aiden O'Connor scoring his first professional goal off the corner kick. And it's New York Red Bulls with a 1-0 lead over Crown Legacy After 45 minutes here at MSU Soccer Park, a critical Eastern Conference matchup tonight, where the home side has the goal advantage through one half of play. Coming up, we look back at last week as the playoff push heats up. That and much more coming up after the break.
Vamos, dale pues, mamá ya muerde más loco como solo tú sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete. Listen up, all eyes on me, I'll show you who you wanna be. Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
Halftime here, a part of MLS Season Pass. New York Red Bulls 2 holding a 1-0 lead over Crown Legacy. Meaningful Eastern Conference matchup here tonight on the home side. Red Bulls play well at home. They're continuing that trend here today. It's 1-0 at the half. Glad to have you with us. I'm AJ Ricketts. In this week's report, we're talking about P's, playoffs, power rankings, and Pedrinho. Here's Michelle Montaigne.
Shot attempt hits the back of the net. Berkeley now. Oh! Oh my goodness!
There's a look at Finley Stadium in beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee, home of one of two MLS Next Pro independent teams, Chattanooga FC. I'm Michelle Montaigne, joining you for another edition of The Report. And while CFC has been towards the top of the standings throughout the season, the other independent club, located approximately 350 miles east of Chattanooga, Carolina Core, needed a big win if they wanted to keep their playoff hopes intact. And a big win is exactly what they got this past match week. Not only did CCFC beat the #1 team in the power rankings, but they also earned Team of the Match Week honors. Captain Jack Evans scored in stoppage time to give the visitors the lone goal of the match, and that would be all they'd need to hand FC Cincinnati 2 just their third loss at home this season. Head coach Roy Lassiter shared the meaning of the win afterward.
It's a very good win for us. It's nearly a turn of the corner for us. We can use this moment to kind of go forward and build up and press on. Obviously, we got a couple of home games coming up here, so that home stretch is going to be very, very important for us. So this win was monumental, really.
We just emphasized playing as a team and playing together and sticking together, and I think you could see that on the pitch. I think it was a team performance, and yeah, we fought to the very end and came away with 3 points. And hopefully, you know, we're just going to keep our feet on the ground and we're not going to get ahead of ourselves, and we're just going to take it one game at a time.
Here's a closer look at Carolina Core FC's upcoming schedule. The next 5 games for the Foxes will be played at Truist Stadium, so they'll have home field advantage. During that run, though, they will host the likes of New England, Atlanta, Red Bulls 2, Philadelphia, and Crown Legacy, respectively. Another team in need of a big win to keep their playoff aspirations intact, Huntsville City FC. Johnny Bolaños and co came in clutch in front of their home fans to earn a vital win and keep their chances of clinching a playoff spot alive. Their 3-2 victory over Red Bulls 2 extended their unbeaten streak to 3 in a row. Post-game, Bolaños shared where this recent run of form has stemmed from.
We just want to end on the strongest note possible. I think with Chris coming in, it was a great fresh start from us. We're all loving his game plan, and you see that on the field.
I think one is that their willingness to work for each other. They're committed to each other. They're committed to what we're trying to do. And as you can see, they're taking steps in the right direction, and they're moving in a way that we want them to be going right now. So very happy with them.
Like Carolina Core, Huntsville understands just how significant each of their next several matches are. Up next for them, 3 of the next 5 are on the road. They will then host Inter Miami 2 and the top team in the Eastern standings, FC Cincinnati 2. Another team feeling the pressure of precious points, Chattanooga FC. Despite trailing Crown Legacy 1-0 until the 88th minute, the independent side was able to equalize off a Mehdi Ouamri goal. Then by forcing a shootout, CFC was able to secure the extra point off of a 3-2 shootout victory. On the other hand, despite not coming out with that extra point, Crown Legacy remains in playoff contention in the East. As we take a look at positions 7 through 14 in the standings here, we see that not a lot of points separate those last 2 playoff spots from those on the outside looking in. As mentioned earlier, the wins by Carolina Core and Huntsville City FC are only making things more interesting as we get to the final stages of the season. We've seen them do it time and time again, from their first championship run in 2022 with the likes of MVP Jason Russell-Rowe and Mo Farsi, then their incredible run through the 2023 playoffs to make it to the Cup final. Crew 2 just seems to know how to step up when it matters most. And this year, their quest for glory appears to be starting a little earlier than last year's. With their win over New England Revolution 2, Crew 2 extended their win streak to 4. They are now unbeaten in 10 straight games. You'd have to go all the way back to the first game of June for the last time they lost a match. As for what's caused the recent run of form, head coach Kelvin Jones says,
yeah, you're unbeaten in the last 10, and every result in those 10 is different. So the group has learned how to win in different ways, and today as well as you may not have been your best performance, but you got the result. So pleased with that. It puts us in a really good place for the collective goal to get the playoffs. But again, as always, there's a lot to work on throughout the week to prepare for the next match. It really won't be easy.
Let's take a bigger look at Crew 2 by the numbers during this streak. Their last defeat took place on June 2nd, and since, they've scored 27 goals while only allowing 12. There have been 11 different goal scorers for Crew 2 and 4 shootout wins.
Pedrinho scores! Pedrinho, the substitute, draws the penalty, scores the penalty.
Garcia going back to Fonseca, and he puts it in. Cutting back, Herbert Endely. Oh my gosh, what a dive! And Pedrinho's on the end of it. Solly into Tariq Scott, the extra ball to Pedrinho, and the 2-goal lead back for North Texas.
While Pedrinho has gotten a lot of the attention for North Texas SC, it's safe to say that the #1 seed in the West is certainly more of a balancing act. Tariq Scott, Enes Sally, and Pedrinho have all contributed significantly to that best goal differential in the league, and against their Texas in-state rival, that offensive balancing act was on full display. Both Tariq Scott and Pedrinho would open scoring with the first 2 goals for North Texas against Dynamo Dos. Then despite Houston getting one back for the visitors, it would not be enough, as Pedrinho then finished with a brace, and Tomas Pondeca sealed the deal on the way to a 4-1 victory. North Texas remains undefeated at home this season. A big reason why? Throughout the course of the season, over 10 different players have found the back of the net for North Texas SC. The goal scoring is led by both midfielder Pedrinho and forward Tariq Scott, who both have 8 on the season. And as Sally has 7 so far, Diego Garcia has 4 and is looking to add even more. Now, as you can see here, the contributions of those 4 have certainly helped propel North Texas SC to the top of the MLS Next Pro Power Rankings. A team that's made a big leap in these rankings, St. Louis City 2, who's now number 2. They're looking to continue their strong season, so when the time comes, they get to pick their opponent come playoffs. Now, their most recent win, a 3-goal shutout victory over MNUFC 2. The clean sheet marked City 2's 7th of the season as their defense continues to allow the 3rd fewest goals against in all of MLS Next Pro. Now, offensively, one of those 3 goals came, of course, off of the foot of Makai Joyner, marking his 10th of this season. With that, he leads the team in St. Louis in goal scoring and has himself tied for a 3rd in goals scored in the league. And speaking of, let's take a look at the updated Golden Boot race standings. David Poreba remains in sole first with 15 goals on the season, including one in Fire 2's most recent match versus Union 2. They boast the player in second place, Eddie Davis, who's netted 11 so far this season. Joiners 10 are tied with New York City FC 2's Taylor Calhera in 3rd place. Now, the goals just keep coming. I know we love to see them, and we also know that the games from here on out will continue to mean more and more. You can catch all of them at MLSNextPro.com or on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Michelle Montaigne. We'll see you soon.
Toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, y toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente. Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon la mano en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
We welcome you back here to MLS Next Pro action as part of MLS Season Pass. Just about set to start the second half. It's New York Red Bulls 2 in Crown Legacy FC, the home side in New York, the 1-0 lead after 45 minutes of play, looking for a critical win here as the Eastern Conference schedule starts to wind down. I'm AJ Ricketts, glad to have you with us today. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this first half. Right out of the gates, New York was looking to make a statement. It was Julian Hall, one of the bright young players in MLS Next Pro. He's denied by Odunze. Play was stopped a moment after the check on the head injury of Odunze. He was okay. Aiden O'Connor, the goal scorer of the half, on this beautiful set piece. He sprints up unmarked for his first professional goal, the 12th overall pick of this most recent MLS Super Draft, making an impact. Crown Legacy would have a couple of moments over the course of the first half. That was one of 2 good opportunities from Tiger Smalls. Here's the next, and perhaps more impressive one here. Splits the defenders, nearly goes 5-0 on Aiden Stokes, who just gets a touch to it. He looked confused how that shot even got off. I would be too. Just sends it away. Ensures that this one stayed a 1-0 game as we take a look at the weekend slate of games here. Match week 4. Philadelphia and FC Cincinnati. Boy, that was a highly anticipated one. Two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference table. FC Cincinnati getting a little bit of space between that first and second spot with the 1-0 win. And a full slate of games, of course, here on this Sunday evening. Glad again to have you with us. Jay Ricketts here at MSU Soccer Stadium. Send our well wishes and thoughts and prayers as well to Red Bulls 2 defender Juan Gutierrez. A meaningful gesture from the club here today as well. All the warm-ups, number 34 on the back, and Gutierrez in honor of Sebastian Gutierrez, his brother, who passed last week. So Gutierrez not with the team here today. Wonderful show of support from his teammates. They were holding up the number 34 jersey after that first goal. Thoughts, prayers, and well wishes to the family of Juan Gutierrez, who's taking some time to spend with family over the course of the past week for his brother Sebastian. Set to begin the second half here in Montclair. New York Red Bulls 2 and Crown Legacy underway. A 1-0 lead for the home side. 45 minutes to go here. Crown Legacy sits above the playoff line right now, but work to do here in the second half. 6-3 advantage in shots taken for New York through 45 minutes. Although Crown Legacy had the higher expected goals at .61 to .55 for New York. Right out of the break, inside the 18, Sango Kiza had it sent away. Will be a goal kick. Like Hall got slapped in the face. He's pursuing that along the near side alongside Jack Neely and then stopped his run. Looks to be all right. That'll lead to a set piece here early in the second half for New York, and that is where they looked very dangerous in that first half. Moments like this right here. Valencia has been delivering great service all throughout this match. Kasule, Copeland, Berkeley also both standing on the ball, evaluating what to do here. Berkeley lofting it into the area. Odunze was tracking that the entire time. Immediately starts things the other way. Crown Legacy off and running towards the center of the pitch here. Now tapped to the far side. A corner kick upcoming for Crown Legacy. Aaron John. There's the far side runner there. Short. Berchimas, he'll fire from distance. Berchimas! Oh wow, it's 1-1 in the 48th minute. How about that strike? I don't think New York was expecting that. Fourth goal of the season, this from long range. Slips it by Stokes, perfectly placed. 1-1, game on. What a strike. Nifasha Berchimas, the 16-year-old, in his 15th appearance of the year. made such an impression in his first U17 match with the U.S. Youth National Team. Came into the game, the U.S. was down 2-1 to Ukraine. Came in and scored a pair of goals to give the U.S. the win. He has made an impression both at the international and club level. A fantastic strike. Crown Legacy are right back in this one. You mentioned that it wasn't the strongest first 20 minutes of this match for the Charlotte side. They settled in. Numbers ended up quite respectable. And now looking for more. Smalls, too high. If that's any indication of how Crown Legacy will continue to go about things after scoring that most recent goal. Very positive sign for the visitors. Tiger Smalls continues to make his impact on this match. Probably could have done more with that most recent shot. Scardina. Working with Neely. Over to Julian Bravo. Scardina. Valencia playing it central, gave it away. Aaron John with it, trying to slip it to his teammate. John now heads it near side, settled. New York able to extinguish that fire. Good turn from Hall. Was momentarily held. A whistle will be called back there. That'll be a card as well. It was just enough of a hold to allow his teammates to track down Hall. Jack Neely going into the book. So Odunze and Neely now, both with yellows for Crown Legacy. Dylan Sullivan has one as well for New York. Odunze always composed on the ball. Mentioned the international experience for Berchimas. The youngest U.S. player at the FIFA U17 World Cup in 20 years. Trying to get another ball through here. Taklamati, the in-line. Trying to win a corner. He does. Berchimas led the U.S. U17s in goals in that World Cup.
What's behind you first?
Another corner for Crown Legacy. Have white jerseys in the box. Trickling towards the near side. Settled by Scardina. He has it taken away by Valencia. We'll play it back.
Come on, Juice. 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 Go, Juice. Go, Juice. Go.
Odunze sending it deep. Given right to the opponent, but the flag was up. Now yellow's going to be given to the bench here. Second time he's come over to the bench to issue yellow. I think that was on the assistant coaches. It's an intriguing look at it. I mean, that was played by New York right over to Crown Legacy. Confused as to why the whistle was blown. Really looks like a break going for Red Bulls too. Confusing sequence there. Sullivan playing wide, immediately sent in, chested down by Bravo. They will concede a corner. Maybe a bad break there for Crown Legacy. They were in a good position, trying to take advantage of that mistake. This is where New York scored earlier from this situation. This one lofted a bit higher. No problem. Ginze watches it bounce wide.
Keep switching! Keep switching!
Stokes out of goal. Send it into the stands. Trees here on that near side. Approaching the hour mark. Not seen any substitutes yet. Individual moment of brilliance contributing to the Crown Legacy tally. Terrific execution on a set piece on the other side for New York. Scardina gonna play it central. Amadi had difficulty settling that. The Bulls might have had something in transition there. Heavy touch near midfield, had it given away. This is played wide, inside the 18 here. Clever move made by Smalls, although he lost it. Set with that one, ended up there.
Come on, China, come on! Stephen, we need you there. Stephen, in between there. Get it.
This portion of the match brought to you by Hackensack Meridian Health. 58th minute, 1-1 our score. Good to have you with us here. Jay Ricketts alongside you. Red Bulls 2 scored first. Crown Legacy have since responded. Here comes New York again. It's Rossborough sliding to keep possession. He ends up aiming into a C. Bounced off the Crown Legacy defender, so a corner kick here for New York. good corner taken. Those players slipped in the box. Sullivan, a diagonal ball. Valencia one-on-one had it taken away. Foul's going to be called on Valencia. We'll go into the book, too.
Same line with Jude. Same line. Guard has been assessed, sitting at Red Bulls 2, number 4, Roma Valencia, in the 60th minute. Here.
So Valencia joins Sullivan. Two Red Bulls players with yellow cards today. Mentioned Berchimas. He's been doing opportunities he's been given as a young player here in this Crown Legacy system. Charlotte head coach Dean Smith, he certainly played a big role in this vision in terms of the club's willingness to give young players a chance. Berchimas, 16 years old. Obviously, we've referenced Tiger Smalls, Petkovic, Nikola Petkovic, João Pedro, Scardino, all very young players who are working their way up this Charlotte system. This is lofted into a dangerous area. Crown Legacy have a second goal. It's Taklamati in his Crown Legacy debut. Welcome to Charlotte. 2-1 Crown Legacy. It's a beautiful cross. Taklamati unmarked, and in his first match with the club, instant impact. Brought international experience with him to this club. 4 caps for the Israeli national team. He scored 17 goals in the Premier League there. This club very high on his hybrid profile. Say he has the strength and physicality of a striker with the creativity and playmaking ability of a winger. He said his ability and versatility to play both positions, very interesting to have at our club. Just over 1 hour to his stint with the team. He's put Crown Legacy ahead and scored his first goal with him. Scardina the assist, and now Crown Legacy looking for more. Some open space here, wanting a third. Berchimas denied by Stokes. We'll retrieve it along the sideline. Berchimas turns a corner. Stokes doing his best to keep New York in this one. Athletic training staff being called out here. Crown Legacy have flipped the entire script of this match here in less than 20 minutes into the second half. It's the Charlotte side who have outshot New York 3-1 here in the second half. 0.98 expected goals. New York at just 0.02 since they came out of the locker room. The match brought to you by your Tri-State Audi dealers. A full match now. Sides with 7 shot attempts, although 6 of the 7 have been on goal. Crown Legacy. holds right now, Crown Legacy would be tied with Columbus. 39 points, third spot in the Eastern Conference table. Only 2 spots behind second place Philadelphia. 4 points behind FC Cincinnati in first. New York going to be the first team to make a substitute here. In the 65th minute, it's going to be Aiden Jarvis.
Pardon me, number 44. Julian, Jarvis. Julian, you're going too far. Trouble you.
Jarvis comes in for Sullivan.
The match in the 65th minute, number 46, Dylan Sullivan.
Good corner kick sent in, headed by O'Connor first. Smalls.
We're marking.
We get a crossing, manages to do so. Legacy will reset. If New York was to win this game, they'd be tied for 4th in the standings. They've gone from a 1-0 advantage to a 2-1 deficit. Just over 25 minutes to try to tie, send us to a shootout, put themselves back out in front. Trying to play this out of the back. Showing all thing in the proceedings here. Elsewhere, Inter Miami leads Chattanooga at the moment 3-1 in the 65th minute. It's the only other Eastern Conference matchup going on at the moment. Still have Ventura County Rail Monarchs to kick off at 10 p.m. Eastern. First substitute for Crown Legacy is going to be Dylan Singh entering. He'll come in for Taklamati. Fantastic debut for the 20-year-old from Israel. Had 5 goals during his debut in the top flight this past year in Israel. Has his first now in MLS Next Pro. It's a big one. His team now ahead. Here's Tiger Smalls inside the 18. Playing it in central. Berchimas turns. Trying to find any avenue towards a shot. Defensive pressure mixes that opportunity. Over to Valencia. Kasule. Rossborough. Overlapping run. Overlapping, I should say. Corner kick coming up here for New York.
Come on. Deeper, Frank. 2 steps deeper. Stay with your man. Good shoot.
Corner kick taken here. Crown Legacy first to it. By the way, for Jarvis in New York, this is his 18th appearance of the season. 17-year-olds. Miscommunication there from Valencia. Smalls. Knocked away by O'Connor. Should be out for another throw. Charlotte's director of scouting, Thomas Schalling, was talking about that decision to sign Tom Clamati. They referenced kind of sequence you just saw. They said we saw him as a player that is dangerous in and around the box with his sharp movement, his decision making. He said a lot of his best moments coming running onto things at the right moment or cutting inside and shooting. A perfect run he made outside the box. Scardina that assists. They want to nurture his talent and get him ready for the first team. Off to a good start. High in the air. And volleyed into the nets. 3-1 Crown Legacy. Out of the blue there. Set up perfectly. Neely, it looks, got the third goal there. Second look. This came out of nothing. Julian Bravo, actually, beg your pardon. Julian Bravo scores. And it's 3-1 Crown Legacy. His second goal of the campaign. Previously a Portland Timbers draft pick back in 2022. His college years in Santa Clara. Second goal of the season. And now New York really have their work cut out for him. That's a difficult goal to concede from a Red Bull perspective. Pinballed around high in the air, and ball to settle at unmarked man's foot. That close to goal. Yellow going to Berchimas here. A nonchalant reaction to the goal too from Bravo. He says, I'll take it. 55 appearances across 4 collegiate seasons. Santa Clara had 4 goals in his time with the Broncos. Played with Timbers 2 in each of the league's first 2 seasons. How well Red Bull started this match. Not anticipate this being the scoreline. They're up 1-0 at the half. Legacy have blitzed them here in half number 2. It's been a while since New York have had an outright loss here at home as Berchimas advancing once more. That's a corner kick. He does get one here. This portion of the match brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. June 30th against Columbus was the last outright loss for Red Bulls 2 here at home. That was a 3-1 defeat. Since then, 2 wins and 2 shootout victories as well. Those 2 wins were by a combined score of 10-5, including a 6-2 win against Atlanta United back on July 7th. Haven't gone into the locker room disappointed here since June. And this one is headed in! Crown Legacy on a roll here in the second half. Their 4th goal since coming out of the locker room. It's an exclamation point for Dylan Singh. First substitute, the only substitute to come off the bench so far. He places that perfectly into the corner. It's a party right now in New York for Crown Legacy. Set pieces, 30-yard strikes, crosses from the near side, any sort of way you can score. Crown Legacy have gotten it done here in the second half. The floodgates have been opened. And now this is turning from a disappointment with some silver linings from New York to one they would like to forget about quickly. Berchamas in the 48th. Taklamati in the 61st. Julian Bravo 9 minutes later, and now in the 75th. It's Dylan Singh with the goal. 6th goal of the season for Singh. Former Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year in 2023. Western Michigan. 34 goals there in 5 seasons. Four goals in the second half, 3 goals in a span of 14 minutes for Crown Legacy. First half is a style of play, an execution that Red Bulls 2 can take quite a bit from. Things have fallen apart here in half number 2. Crown Legacy out shooting the home side 6-1, including 5-0 from shots on goal. A 14-3 advantage and touches the opponent's box. 17-9 ahead in final third entries. These are slanted numbers in comparison to the first half, which New York outshot Crown Legacy 6-3. Fascinated to hear the thoughts after the match. Kevin Salchak of what adjustments they made in the locker room, what they identified. On occasions, though, it's just been unmarked men. Falling asleep for the slightest of moments. Trying to get one back here. Hall get forward, he cannot. Osborough was open on the near side as well. Just couldn't find either of them. Good turn. It continues. I think advantage was played. Cross in from Small, is out for a corner. Good turn from Sandro Kiza as well a little bit earlier. Jay Tavage left a great foundation here of success. Salchuk to continue that. Been one of the most difficult teams to play against down in the East since they started last year. Looking for a 5th possibly now.
You have to step!
Teaching continuing. New York side will not stop despite the score. continue to work on and improve the rest of the way here in this one. Morale not where it was half an hour ago.
Come on, Steven, quick, you go. Oma! Dale! Oma!
It's the first meeting across all competitions between the two clubs this year. Legacy, one win and 2 draws heading into today. Their last matchup was September of last year. The Sportsplex at Matthews, a 2 draw that saw Legacy pick up the extra points. 4-2 shootout.
China, stay there. China, stay there from there now. Go with the ball. Go with the ball.
Through, surrounded.
Ball.
On the ball from Rossborough here, keeping possession.
Go. Step.
Today, take a touch to his left. Did well. As from this point on, it's just a matter of who may get into the match. Otherwise, Crown Legacy have this very well in hand. Position to maintain the 3rd spot in the East. Sole possession of that.
Frank, stay. One self and come. Frank, to be you. Show up, AJ. AJ. Go.
Dental will enter. Dylan Singh. Dispossessed.
Good. Right now we lead. Okay.
Your attention, please substitution for Crown Legacy FC in the 82nd minute. Entering the match number 95, Simon Fernando. Exiting the match, number 48, Aaron John. Also
Fernando comes in for John.
Jonathan D'Angelo.
Cam Duke's day will come to a conclusion as well. Anjo signed in May. Mac Herman Trophy semifinalist, first team All-American as well at Charlotte. Good number of former Division I collegiate players on the pitch here today. Western Michigan, or in Yanjo's case, Charlotte. Give it away. Jamas. And Yanjo. Clipped away. As O'Connor defensively, who scored the lone goal for New York. It's like a long time ago at this juncture. Shimas long on the cross. It does settle to Singh again this time. Wasn't able to cleanly get that one off. Crown Legacy will look to keep the good times going. September 1st, their next game, they'll be hosting Inter Miami 2. 3 p.m. kickoff at Sportsplex in Matthews. 3 of their next 4 are going to be at home before 2 of their final 3 end up on the road.
Come on, play.
5 more matches, meanwhile, for New York after this. Next 2, though, on the road at Carolina Core. Been playing well the last few months under Roy Lassiter. Here's Julian Hall. Near side, Hall just over the crossbar. Looking for a consolation goal. They want to put some life into this club in the final minutes of the match to perhaps make a late surge, but that result will not help the matter. At Carolina and at Chicago, the next 2. Followed by a final homestand against Toronto and New England.
Why you give the yellow for what?
Steven Serwada is going to go into the book here, pick up a yellow.
Aiden is there. Aiden. Aiden.
His coaching staff, no need to pick up a yellow of that nature. Extra activity after all of that. It's the last thing you want to see here in the waning moments. Relatively light foul. Maybe a little bit more to it there. And then the extra shove. Sule and Sengo Kiza getting tangled up. Sengo Kiza took exception just a little bit to that foul. Arms were high. Sule was having any of that.
Come on, Ray. It's not so difficult to see that.
Officials having a discussion here about how to officiate, and you see a red card already out. And he pointed to Nyanjo. Here a sideline saying threw a punch. Valencia, excuse me, Kosule. Valencia was the one tangled up. Valencia will be given a red card as well. Valencia sent off. Nyanjo sent off.
Your attention, please. Red cards have been set. First, Crown Legacy FC number 9, Dominic Chávez, Anjo. Also, from your Rebels to number 42, Omar Valencia, both in the 9 minutes.
Less than ideal to see all of that in the waning stages of this match. Onward we proceed. Legacy with this well in hand.
Tight, stay tight. Keep it, watch the back post.
New York trying to find something positive here in the final minutes.
Second ball.
Sing on the second ball. Sent back to midfield, and Stokes out of his box. James Inienjo will come in next here for Crown Legacy, the next opportunity. Wonder if they'll add much stoppage time for that latest stoppage or sequence here in 6 minutes. James Inienjo will now enter. He'll come in for Neely.
Official on their side has indicated there will be a minimum of 6 minutes stoppage time in the second half.
Academy defender. It's MLS Next All-Star Game. Accolades to his name. 17-year-old center back now, and that's the 4th substitution for Crown Legacy here. Moments after his brother was sent off. What a second half this has been for the Charlotte side, out shooting New York 7-2. And yet another card issued here. There's Tony Dandel. 5-0 advantage in shots on goal in the second half. 1.52 expected goals for Crown Legacy. Obviously, they've put 4 into the back of the net. Still work to be done, but Crown Legacy can feel a lot more confident about their playoff prospects after this particular match. And they've done such good work since the middle part of the season. It's all bunched up. 4th to 10th. Actually, right now, I've read that a tad wrong earlier. So Crown Legacy, with a win, would be at 37 points, not 3rd, but 4th overall in the Eastern table. And just 2 points ahead of Chattanooga, in the 8th spot. So there's plenty more work to be done. Much rather finish the day on 37 than 34 points, particularly as New York could have leapfrogged Crown Legacy with a win. Stokes guarding the post there well. Henry Smalls was looking for a second consecutive match with a goal. How much Smalls will play a factor in the first team roster the rest of the way, what kind of role he may find himself in as the season winds down. It's another good ball. Stokes has to punch it away. Really got out of hand in a span of 14 minutes. Went from 1-1 to 4-1. 61st to 75th minute was a nightmare defensively for this Red Bull side. Work to do on set pieces, transition defense. Don't forget about the moment of brilliance as well from Berjamas. Hard to stop a strike like that. Even Stokes may watch the film and say, maybe I could have done better. That's what Berjamas does. It's a goal scorer. Just about a minute left in stoppage time here. What can Red Bulls do? Rossborough chip it to himself. Good recovery there in the end from John Onyelasi. Dunze in no hurry. This is part of the team personality for New York this year. They're third in goals scored, fourth in shots on target, but defensively 29th in goals conceded. Defense has been suspect enough in the course of the season, cost them a couple of games. They can make strides in that department down the stretch. Who knows what the ceiling is for this New York side. Physical team, first in fouls committed and third in yellow cards. We saw that today. But this afternoon belongs to Crown Legacy. 4-1 to the visitors. A second half blitz. 4 goals in half number 2. 3 in the span of 14 minutes. And a huge 3 points for Crown Legacy's playoff prospects. They finished today in sole possession of 4th place in the Eastern Conference table. It's our man of the match, brought to you by Adidas. His debut with Crown Legacy, Aydin Taklamadi, the 20-year-old, just signed from the Israeli Premier League. Makes an instant impact today, scoring off the cross here from Skardina. That made it a 2-1 match, and Crown Legacy would not look back. Big 3 points here today on the road in a venue where New York plays so well. The first time since June, Red Bulls defeated at home. Thanks for joining us here as part of MLS Season Pass for our entire production team. I'm AJ Ricketts. Crown Legacy picks up the 3 points tonight. Final score of 4-1.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.